Good morning and welcome to the Santo Manel kitchen. Today is the first day of my Equinox Detox fasting for one week. Again, this won't be a water fast. It won't be a super strict fast. It'll just be focusing on whole grains to clear out our digestive system, and also working on probiotics to help keep our digestive system going after that, and also reducing calories and reducing beans and proteins to just kind of lighten up our digestion and give our bodies a chance to kind of just take a break and chill out. Yeah. So today we're going to start with making the rice. All right. So this right here is genmai, brown rice. Our brown rice is organic. Organic brown rice is really important because if you're not going to take off the shell and the husk and the bran and everything, then you really want that to be free from chemicals if possible. Organic is really good. So we took this and we already kind of sifted out in case there were some stones or little leaves and stuff, you know. So it's really nice and ready to go. Now, I used to eat straight brown rice, but brown rice also has a lot of phytates, which so brown rice has a lot of minerals, but it also has a lot of phytates, which soak up minerals. So what we've been doing instead is I'm taking off the shell and stuff, the fiber, and I'm actually saving that and adding it back in. So this is the bran and the fiber. I'll show you how we do that later. But so there's two good ways to do brown rice. One is take the brown rice and sprout it a little bit so the phytates go down a little bit. It also makes it softer, easier to digest. So the benefits of brown rice are fiber and minerals, but if you don't really chew it a lot, you know, like 50 times each mouthful, then it's really hard to digest and you don't really get the full benefits of brown rice that way, actually. And to be honest, it'd be great if we all chewed our food 50 times. We really should do that, but who does that, really? I don't, and I really doubt if anyone really does. We live busy lives and we don't chew so much. So we're often missing the real benefits of the brown rice. So the second way to enjoy brown rice, other than sprouting it, is what we do is take off the fiber and then put that back in your soups. And I'm going to have oatmeal. I'm going to add that in my oatmeal stuff today too. So to do that, you need one of these beautiful machines called a soymilk, which will take off the outer parts of the brown rice. So I just pour this in here. All right. Yeah? Can you see? Put the lid on. That. I think it didn't set. The screen was not settled. All right, perfect. Now, we do this at level 5, which leaves some of the bran on. It doesn't, a higher level would take everything off and just leave us the pure white rice. But we do level 5, which does it about halfway, which is a good balance for us. So, just put it in, set the level there. We're going to do 5 cups of rice today, which will probably last us most of the week. And now we will go. Ready? It's kind of fun to watch. Ah, she go. Here, start. It's like a little whirlwind. All right. So while that's going, closer, so I can speak better. So today, for breakfast, we're going to have green tea and this yogurt. This is actually soy milk yogurt. Here in this house, we are a little sensitive to milk products. It just never makes me feel good, even physically. So we found soy milk yogurt, which is awesome. Very happy about that. So this is soy milk yogurt. And again, this has lots of good bacteria for the body. And this is amazake. We'll sweeten it a little bit with amazake. This is genmai, brown rice amazake. It's just like a ground up brown rice that has been fermented with the same yeast as like a sake. This does not have alcohol, but it's just a nice fermented product, and it's a little bit sweet, so I'll add that on. And yummy, I'm a little bit ready to start my day. Perfect. So I always recommend plain yogurt, and then add what you want to on top of it. Grains or jam or banana, which today I'm going to actually put in the oatmeal. So after I finish preparing this brown rice, we're going to have oatmeal. I haven't cooked it yet, but I'm going to... the rolled oats are awesome. It's like a magical food. And today I'll sweeten that with banana. Yeah, so get a little bit of extra potassium and sugar and fiber. Okay, so today breakfast is going to be green tea, yogurt with a little bit of amazake, and oatmeal with some banana for the sweetening, and just a little fruit is good. Because today is the first day of the fasting, we're not going to totally stop eating. Breakfast will be like this. Lunch will actually be with the brown rice, with the rice, and some like vegetable dish, like really light vegetable dish. And dinner maybe like a little bit of soup, vegetable soup. Tomorrow we'll back off the vegetables a little bit, and by Wednesday I'll be just drinking juice. And then from Thursday I'll start kind of reversing course and eating a little bit more and more. So I guess next Saturday we'll be kind of basically back to what I'm doing today, and then next Sunday we'll be eating normal. So the brown rice is done, so let's check it out. All right. So this is what it looks like now. It's much whiter than before, yeah? And watch, if I pull this thing out here, there's a little bit of the fiber stuck to the side. I'm going to carry this over. And there inside is the fiber and stuff. Yeah? And I'll work with that in a minute. But I'm going to take this halfway polished rice and pour it in. Oh, forgot to take out the little grinder thing. Alright. So, there we go. So we've got this whitish rice. It's not perfectly white yet. It's still got the bran and stuff, and it's warm. Like, feels kind of nice from the machine. All right. Next, what we're going to do is the water in our tap water in this house actually comes from the stream nearby, and it kind of goes through some tanks to clean it. But it's very nice water. It doesn't have chlorine. It's really wonderful to take a shower and a bath. But for drinking, we usually go to a local spring and just pick it up. The spring is from a winery, so the water is really great. They pull it from deep under the forest. It's really nice water. So we get that in tanks over there. These 4 tanks last about 1 week for us. So, and if you're fasting, it's really important to have good fresh water, because that's what you're kind of detoxing yourself with. So get the best water you can. And this is the best water we have. So we're going to put some water in here. And you really want good water for your first cleaning of the rice, because it's going to soak into the rice, yeah? So now I'm going to just kind of swirl that around a little bit, and this water will collect whatever dust and stuff from the machine. Dust, I mean like rice dust, yeah. All right, swirl it a little bit, and then I'm going to come over here. Now, this white liquid here has a lot of the rice dust and stuff, yeah? It's actually good. It's really nice for a bath. Pour this in your bath. It's very nice for the skin and stuff. So we're going to keep it and use it later in the bath. It looks almost like milk. It's not. It's not even rice milk, I think. But trying not to pour out the rice or pour this all over myself. All right, that's enough. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to take this and save that for later. Start there. All right, and now we have this rice, which I'm going to put in our magical dough nabe, our magical pot. And I'm going to put a little more. I'm going to throw rice on the floor, and then I'm going to use this rice and collect up the little grains like this. All right, guys, go in. Thank you. Perfect. All right. All right, so now in this pot, we want this covered a little bit. It's a little heavy pot. So I want it covered to about there. Okay. About to where my hand, if I put my hand on the rice, my hand almost disappears under the water. That's about a good amount. And see, the water's still a little white. That's okay. That's fine. Rinsing just one time is good enough if you have nice rice, if you have nice organic rice. Yeah. And then I'll take the lid for our magical donabe. Oh, did I forget to say what donabe is? It's a, I almost forgot in English. It's just a ceramic pot. So if you try to cook rice in a metal pot, it will burn so easily, and it'll just make a nightmare mess out of your pot. It'll be hard to deal with. If you take a ceramic pot, but if you can find, this is a Japanese one, and this ceramic is made with a lot of air. It's a really light kind of clay. It's really airy clay. And so it's quite light, and it holds heat really well. And what you want is a low fire for a long time. And this pot will hold the heat and distribute the heat really well, and it won't burn. And it's very low maintenance. So cooking rice is a huge pain in the ass, I think. And so most Japanese people are very smart, and they have these like super technologically advanced rice cookers. You can like set the timer for in the morning, it's already ready, and it's non-stick, and it just does its own thing, and it makes perfect rice every time. That's cool, but they usually are covered with Teflon or something like that for the non-stick, and I kind of don't like that. And anyways, I like to be more natural anyways. So with this donabe, it solves all the problems and it makes really tasty rice. So for brown rice, so we are not quite doing brown rice, right? I took away the, let's go back to this. I took away the fiber powder and stuff, which I'm going to put in my little thing to save. But so our rice isn't perfectly brown rice. But if you cook regular brown rice, it's kind of it's intensive. And what I recommend is doing this with it, putting it in water, rinsing it once or twice, putting it in water, and letting it soak for overnight or even one day. That will help the bran start to sprout a little bit. And when the bran starts to sprout a little bit, the phytates will be used up by the sprouting process. And also just sprouting like kind of activates a lot of stuff, processes in the seed to make the nutrients more available to you when you eat it. So I really recommend soaking your brown rice for overnight is fine. 1 or 2 days is better because then it's more sprouted. Then, to cook the brown rice quickly, you can either use a pressure cooker, just put it in the pressure cooker, cook it, that probably takes about 40 minutes. We used to do that, it's a fine way to do it. Nowadays, we don't use a pressure cooker, we use this donabe. If you can get your hands on one of these, I'm going to let this soak this morning before lunch. And then right before lunch, we're going to put it on a low fire and let it go for about 40 minutes. And in the donabe, about 40 minutes turns out perfect rice. Not burned and really perfect. In a steel pot, I really can't, just don't do it. It's a nightmare. You have to like turn the fire up and down and all this stuff. Don't do it. Just try to get a donabe, or like a really slow cooker, like a crock pot thing. Put it on low heat and run it for about 40 minutes to an hour, depending on what kind of heat you can put into it. Or do the pressure cooker. Pressure cooker is very workable. Keep it easy. Like, you know, we're busy people, so try to get your brown rice as easy as possible, okay? Anyways, back to the bran. So I'm going to open and get a nice spoon. Where's the big spoon? Oh, I'll just use the spoon. No, I want the wooden spoon. All right, so there's lots of yummy fiber in here and some minerals here too. So, and it's really nicely powdered now, so it's pretty easy to use. Again, organic is really important because I can't really rinse this or wash it. And if this wasn't organic, mixed in this powder would be all the chemicals they used on the rice. So you want your rice bran organic if possible. And I'm just going to save that for later. And I'll add this in the potage later. I will also add it into my oatmeal later for a double dose of fiber. I think that's good. All right. And then I keep this in the refrigerator because it probably has some, you know, yeast and stuff on it that I don't really want to go bad. So I keep that in the refrigerator. All right. And I think that's it for this morning. I'll clean up. And yeah. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can just ask in the comments, and especially about making the brown rice, and I'll try to answer those later. But yeah, this is the first day of the fast, and you got to see the making of the rice, which is the most important step, and a few tips on making brown rice for yourself. And that's it. So today will be yogurt, oatmeal, for the breakfast. Later, brown rice, and so it's not quite brown, but I will make it back into brown by adding this back in later. That way, because it's separated now, I don't have to chew it 50 times. The machine chewed it up for me, so I don't have to tire up my jaw quite so much. That'll be for lunch, and then for dinner will be a nice potage of fresh vegetables that we bought at the local market in Aya. And some green tea today to keep up my metabolism. Today a typhoon is coming through, so I'm going to have to skip my walk. There's really intense hard rain coming down. But from tomorrow I'll be doing walking every day, very light exercise, and a little yoga. I will do yoga as soon as I say goodbye to you, and then I'll have my real breakfast. So thank you for joining and watching my kitchen production. And I'll see you tomorrow on the second day of my fast, which probably won't be so different from today, but I'll go for a walk tomorrow. I really hope it'll be nice weather tomorrow. So for today, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.